Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to more Zero Hour. Welcome back to another 1v1 match up in the north today on Tournament Desert Classic. We have the apparent #1 Uzbekistan player. Yeah. In the blue, GLA up in the north. Down in the south, we have FAS or FAS. I believe he is the person that actually helped make this. You see where my mouse cursor is now by FAS and Zezon? I believe that is him. He's down in the south with the USA in the purple. I might be wrong. It might just be someone with the same name, but I think there's only one guy who calls himself FAS with capital letters like that. So, yeah. Right, what's interesting about this match is tomorrow, or whenever you're watching this, Sunday, I probably will upload it today, 26th of June, I will be playing a challenge against this supposed #1 player in Uzbekistan, a guy called Dior. Messaged me. He's actually already sent me the money, which I was quite amazed by. Sent me $150. We're going to do either a best of 11 or best of 13. And yeah, I'm going to play against him for, I think, will probably be my first time ever. So that is the reason. I've searched for this guy on Gentool and dug out one of his chunky replays. We've got 123 kilobyte replay against FAS here, and we will see exactly how good he is. So far by the opening, not gonna lie, it doesn't look like the most ultimate top level play. I think that technical there is very slow. I don't know why you would do 2 tunnels there in your main base. However, regardless, we're gonna watch this replay and yeah, suss out if there's anything to take note from, or if he's good, if he's bad, whatever. First technical run straight into a firebase. I don't think this is a strong build here from FAS, because I think just just against a normal pro player, against a nice little bit of aggression there from the GLA, for example, a TNT straight down the middle followed by a tech RPG would have completely wrecked this player. TNT could have took out the power, maybe took out a dozer, maybe took out the barracks or hit a supply, and then a tech RPG could just be camping this spot. And because this war factory barracks is late, he's grabbed himself an early oil, which actually for USA is quite passive and quite rare to see on this map, actually. Yeah, I think FAS could already be dead, and especially dropping down to 5 bases and keeping your CC. This is like one of the most passive builds you can ever do. And even like even a top expert player pulling off a passive build like this, you would expect them to be dead probably about now, to be honest. Just being completely real with you. So yeah, Yahya has not really capitalized on this passive build of his opponent. He's not gone for an oil himself. His first attack there with the tech RPG has been completely stopped by a 5 base. And now he's just battling for the middle. Lack of a tunnel here in the mid. And also over here on this left-hand side, he's got a rebel there now. Actually, that looks like a bike, actually, a combat cycle. But I don't think he's going to be able to capture that, because if the ranger's in there, he can just click on it and it will die. Or this V will come and stop it. He is going to grab this one over here on the right, though. He does have this bunker, although it can be stopped pretty easy. Just get a few Vs and an ambulance out. I mean, this passive build, you would say, has paid off, because you've got an oil and you've got your 2 supplies going and you've got your CC and you're not dead. That usually means you're in a really, really strong position. So what the USA could do now is just grab an ambulance, get those 3 Vs, push across the map, and the USA probably would be dead. But again, I don't think we're watching a top level replay, which is why I didn't say 1v1 pro replay when this game started. So yeah, we've got 2 fire bases here still. He's only collecting on 1 Chinook there. He's gone and ranger dropped this, but like there's nothing that's going to achieve. A toxin tractor could come, a technical could come and just completely stop this from doing anything. This V push down the middle is just not happening whatsoever. Another defensive tunnel there from Yahya in his base. But yeah, not to have tunnels here is kind of not the most optimal strategy. He's dropping down a second arms dealer. It is a fake one. Enough workers over there, that's nice. It seems to be enough workers here currently. Does have this oil. But these Vs, man, that's just like... Is he just dead here? There should be nothing the GLA can do here, really. Should be absolutely nothing the GLA can do. Just close down that tunnel or kill this. Whatever you do here. Tech RPG comes in from the back. It just completely does get stopped. Bunch of technicals now focusing on these Vs, but a nice little bit of micro. That weak V should be pulled back, really. You can just engage this. Engage anywhere, and these Vs should not be able to be killed. The only way, really, is to maybe bring a load of technicals in from the back and trap them against the tunnels and RPGs. Does manage to take out one V, though. No tow upgrade on FAS's Vs just yet. He has dropped down a funky supply there in the middle. No search and destroy in sight. I think that's a mistake. Search and destroy should be on the way by now. Another V might go down, but this is the wrong way to micro it. You want to micro that weak one back and put the strong ones in front. I feel like I'm criticizing this a lot, but sometimes a lot of people just want to enjoy it, but I feel like I'm just giving tips the whole way through. But yeah, I pride myself on the V micro and the laser locks and stuff, and you want to always, in any RTS game actually, pull the weak one back and leave your strong ones at the front, and trust me, it will be so frustrating for the enemy. Have you ever been in a battle against that when you're trying to kill the weak unit and he pulls it back and it just leads you into more strong ones? That's the way to play RTS games. Technical coming in here. Keeps doing this with like one lone technical. It's not full of anything this time. Just goes down. The GLA has control of one oil, whereas this one here has been killed by what looks like to be a TNT. Search and destroy is now on the way, and he's got a bit of a float going on as well. Could get some maybe hellfires on this. It will help against these
unit lost.
These Vs. Against the technicals. Nice laser lock on one of the technicals there. Continues the push. FAS. Losses on both sides, but I feel like this is worse for the GLA. Because the Vs in this many numbers can still wreck a base, whereas the technicals, you really need them up, and their numbers a hell of a lot to counter these Vs. And so far he is taking a few down. Search and destroy is now up. He's floating 5k though, and there should be more MDs out than that, considering how long these Vs have been fighting. He's not been producing them consistently. The GLA is kind of all over the map, even here. that's his first forward tunnel or middle tunnel in the entire game. Don't tell me that's going to get up, man. You have to be joking. You have to be joking me. Whoa, he's building a tunnel over here as well. So to be fair, he has held it off. Here comes the A10 though. Supposed to be an anti-tank unit in real life, but it actually takes down a supply there. This tunnel did get up. It's kind of crazy. Should not have got up that 1V. Just picked off the worker. Should have happened. FS is floating 9k now. There's a terrorist locked on this dozer. Firebase gets cancelled, but the terrorist is still on the way. FAS is now floating 12,000. This is approaching big size territory. I mean, it just needs another 10k and it should be in big size territory. Still on the double arms dealer production, but the GLA needs a third supply now, considering what he's against. All of these Vs, they're search and destroy Vs at that. It's going to take an absolute miracle here if Yahya's going to win this, I think. So FAS just continuing to clear the map. I definitely think tow upgrade should have happened by now. I'm not convinced this has been producing the whole time. But yeah, he's got 12k, so you'd imagine at least an airfield should be built, or you could have 2 airfields, build a few Comanches, and that could just wreck any technicals that come into your base. Could also have a supply here, collecting from there, but also a supply from here as well. Anything can be cleared now. Wherever these Vs go, they should just be able to win the game. Vs do run into a fully loaded bunker though, maybe stand corrected. He only lost 2 Vs, but almost lost a Vet 2 V there as well. Is he going to lose that one? Nah, their RPGs are just on the retreat. Yahya just kind of sitting in his base at the moment. He's gone for a TNT here, but he's run into these 5 aces and it's kind of been stopped. Some of these Chinooks here can be pulled now and be collecting from the middle. These RPGs are going to focus on that Chinook. Technicals now running. They're just going to brute force kill this 5 ace. They probably will get it, but they're going to be completely cleared up here. 5 ace gets sold. It's a rarity to see a 5 base getting sold. Chinook's now getting hit by these quads. Yeah, maybe just pull them Chinooks away for a second until you've cleared this. But when you've cleared this, that's 100% GG because the GLA is only on one supply, really. He's only collecting on one worker over on the top left supply. Yeah, both players are on Gentool here, by the way. Well, at least Yahya is, I guess FAS is as well. Yeah, just so many more unknown players. Sometimes you're like, are they on Gentool or do they have map hack or whatever? I'm not saying that any of these players map hack, but I know for a fact that this Yahya guy is on Gentool. But who remembers that free-for-all or 2v2v2 I played? I think it was a free-for-all. Or was it? I don't know what game type it was, actually. I played a guy called Dice or DCE, something like that, and he managed to map hack on Gentool, and we looked at his Gentool screenshots, and it was all of him just map hacking and locking under the fog, and he even had Gentool, so yeah, it's crazy. You can hack on Gentool. But yeah, going back to this game, TNT on a firebase, but Yahya has had very little success in any of this game, but really, given the build order that FAS did, it was very, very passive. It was definitely possible to kill him very, very early on. But Yahya also kind of... And not... Did he play passive? He kind of did. Like, I don't mind... If you play passive and you play greedy, like you go and take your oil quick and take a third supply quick, then I can understand that. But if you actually just go for a normal 2 supply build, then you should be all out aggression in the beginning, causing as much damage and taking as much map control as possible. That's the benefit of just going the 2 supply build and no fast oil and all that kind of stuff. FAS is not, doesn't want to take any risks, so he's just kind of taking it easy now. He's just making loads of drop zones. He does have the supply lines upgrades, so they're bringing in 1650 every couple of minutes. Toxin Tractor here, trying to gain some ground, but these buildings were unoccupied for a lot of the game. He should have just had a tunnel from the very beginning. This is where some Comanches would come in handy. He's actually making tomahawks. A10 comes in, takes out the main supply down to the hole. That's annoying because you can't just instantly rebuild it. You got to wait for it to rebuild. Still one worker collecting over here, but there's only 1,200 left anyway. So yeah, not that impressed, to be honest, with Yahya. He's good and probably 1 out of 1 in Uzbekistan, because I don't actually know many Uzbekistan players. Maybe 1 out of 2 or something like that. But yeah, there's going to be a challenge between me and him. Maybe I'll eat my words, but so far that's my initial thoughts. Yeah, on Sunday I will live stream it, but just trying to confirm the time. I think we're talking like 12 GMT, something like that. But yeah, since they already received the money, we got to make it happen. And yeah, has been defeated here. Yeah, well, I mean, I think I've seen FAS play before, and I knew he was kind of solid, so I thought that was why this would be a good replay. But of Yahya, I've not seen him much before, and the first replay there we've seen, he definitely had the capability of being able to win due to the passive build order that FAS did, but he failed to really do any aggression. Like, okay, Kudik has said it's unlucky running into a 5 base, and that right. Sometimes you run in and you don't know there's going to be a 5 base or even 2 5 bases right there. But the USA kept the CC. He opened with a 5 base or even opened with 2 5 bases, went for an oil grab. That is about as passive as it gets for USA players, and the GLA should have been able to really go across the map and kill him very, very fast. But yeah, I don't know, maybe the guy will surprise us. Hopefully you see you there for the live stream, and hopefully we'll make $150 profit thanks to a guy called Dior who is sponsoring it. So yeah, let me know what you thought in his comments, and tell me if you've seen Yahya before. Can you confirm he's the #1 Uzbekistan player? And let me know what you thought of this replay, if you've got any other better replays of him as well. So yeah, GG, well played, and see you in the next one.